Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? This is Stormy B Man, and I am back. Yes, sir. This is Saturday, November 23rd, 2019, and it is fight day. We're anticipating fight night, and I'm excited, which is why I'm on here this morning. Wanted to get something in a little bit, make contact with my people, talk it up a little bit. We had a very good discussion last night. I kind of want to continue that somewhat with this particular stream where I get a chance to talk with you all about the anticipation of a heavyweight championship bout. You know, if you saw my little thumbnail, I had a picture up from the famous fight that took place between Ray Mercer and Tommy Morrison. Okay, and back when that fight took place, those two young men at that time, they were young men, they were on a fast track toward a heavyweight championship title shot, and I believe it was either Evander Holyfield or he had just been defeated by Riddick Bowe, and they were angling themselves, positioning themselves for a chance at the undisputed heavyweight title. In what turned out to be a most memorable brawl of a fight, Ray Mercer prevailed, but I believe it was a 5th round KO of Tommy Morrison. And, you know, the fight was excellent. The action was just, I mean, there was a lot of action in that fight. There was a lot of punches thrown, people on the edge of their chairs, you know. And so today's stream is kind of like here to talk about what is it like for you anticipating a heavyweight championship fight, such as we have on schedule tonight, where Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, who's the WBC heavyweight champion, is going for his 10th title defense, which will put him in the great company of people like Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, Vladimir Klitschko, Joe Louis. You know, when you get a chance to defend that title at least 10 times or more, you're in a special class, because serious champions reign for a duration. You know, guys who are just good enough to win the title, they could have a defense or two and then they can fall off. So this is a very exciting time to see what's going to happen in the new pages of history beginning tonight. So I want to welcome everybody who has come out here this morning. We got Nassim the Dream. He says, Stormy B Man, salute family. He says, fight night is a few hours away. Get y'all game face on. It is not a game. Bomb Squad. Yes, sir. Gil Coles is out there. He says, salute. What's going on with you, Gil? And Jay Good has joined us. He says, salute, OG, and peace to the chat. Yo, man. It's all good, Jay Good, in the neighborhood. So I'm glad that you guys are here with me this morning. Please hit that like button, and don't mind that little bit of background noise. Stormy B Man got his clothes going in the dryer, you know. So if you hear a little bit of that, don't worry about that. That's what it is. It'll stop in a couple minutes, so we won't have to deal with that through the whole show. I tried to time it where I could get my live going, but it still had a few minutes left, so forgive me for that little extra bit of noise. But yeah, man, you know, a heavyweight championship fight, there's nothing like it, man. There is nothing like a heavyweight championship fight. Ack Reacher, my brother, 45, he just jumped in the chat. He said, what's up, Stormy B Man? What's going on with you, Ack? Good morning to you. Welcome to the stream. Talking about the anticipation of a heavyweight championship bout. What are your thoughts and feelings? Do you actually have a feeling when it comes to heavyweight title fights over other championship fights? I know we could have great matchups across the weight classes of boxing, but there's nothing like the anticipation of a heavyweight title fight. Usually the heavyweights will bring out all the movie stars and the music people, entertainment world, media personalities. The heavyweights always bring those people out. And tonight we've got a fight, even though it has been said to a degree that some people didn't want to see this rematch. But I'll tell you, the fact that there is a rematch between these two particular fighters, it speaks to the notion about quality in the sport. Because who else wanted to take the challenge of Luis King Kong Ortiz? In all of the wonderful matchups that he could have against other fighters outside of Deontay Wilder, no one is willing to step up and take the challenge. But everybody wants a shot at Wilder because they want that payday that goes with challenging the heavyweight champion. And I mean, come on. Luis Ortiz getting a second shot, it's almost like it's necessary, because he should have had a shot way before Deontay even became champion. It just speaks to the notion of how good he is, how much a potential threat he poses to whoever has the title. And much respect to Deontay Wilder, who has always proclaimed that he just wants to fight the best in the sport. So if he finds himself fighting Luis Ortiz 2 times, possibly 3 times, great for him. These other guys don't want to do it, and they want to holler about his age. They want to holler about the fact that, you know, being an old man, you know, why should we fight him because he's old? Because, you know, hey, old men have shown young men what's up, okay? History brings that to the top. George Foreman and Michael Moore, huh? What's up? Michael Moore went to sleep by Grandpa George, huh? Lost his title. Evander Holyfield against George Foreman, where they thought that it was just going to be a whitewash for Holyfield. Foreman battled Holyfield in a wonderful 12-round heavyweight championship fight for the undisputed championship, in which Foreman came out with so much more respect that he gained more notoriety off of the fight than Evander Holyfield did. And Evander was lucky to survive. One, he had a wonderful, outstanding ability to take a punch. 2, the fact that he was smart enough not to just stand there and let George take him out late when it was necessary for George to need a knockout, and use his boxing moxie and IQ to hang on to a victory. Michael Moore, not so much. Okay, so the big man offer excitement, but when you have an older big man in there, and Luis Ortiz is definitely a little bit older in this division, but he has an outstanding background of amateur fights and a very solid background for professional fights. And he is a southpaw. All of that speaks to why some of these other fighters aren't willing to test their mettle against him. And I'll tell you something, to lose to Luis Ortiz is not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean that you're not worth anything or have any value, because any of that is discrediting the challenge that he poses. Okay? Gil Cole says, getting ready for this fight, Junior the Truth mentions some smoked wings, about to make a quick run and grab some hickory wood. All right, Gil Coles, that's what's up, man. I wish I could get over there and stick my hand in there and get me some wings. Act Reacher 45 says, yeah, I wish I was a heavyweight sometimes, since a lot of people don't like us little guys. Let me tell you something, Act Reacher. I love the little guys. I love the big guys. I love the sport of boxing. And I'll tell you, someone who cannot make the distinction between fighters at smaller weight classes having any impact on the sport is foolish. I'll tell you, there have been some wonderful fights at the lower weight classes. And I'm talking about low. We could go beneath 130, okay? Where the lightweight division begins to show you who's, exciting coming up. But sometimes you have smaller guys down there. Right now, we've got a young man out there by the name of Naoya Inoue, the monster. Some of these guys are extremely good, and they have talent that is not often highlighted because they have skills. They can box, they can move, okay? They have a variety of punches in their arsenal where it's not just a big right hand or a left hook. They have a little bit of everything. And because of their body mass, it takes a special individual to move another guy off his feet. So when you talk about someone like the legendary Ricardo Lopez, who's one of my favorite smaller class weight fighters, I mean, when you see him knock guys out, dude, the man must have brought something special. So the lighter weight, and as you said, the little guys, they are very important in the sport. And I'm just glad that you little guys are there, Ak. I really am. Smash that like button, people, as you come in. It says we've got 11 viewers and only 6 likes. So can we get those likes up a little bit, please? Come on, STORMYBMAN be trying to bring you, quality content, and you come out and listen to me. So at least you could do is hit that like button, bro. Nassim the Dream says it's always scary when Wilder fights because he goes at the best fighters in the game. And he don't really have to, but he does. Nassim the Dream, I'll tell you something. When you say he don't really have to, see, it's and I'm not criticizing you, but I want to point out something significant here. When you say something like that, you give other fighters at other weight classes an out. You shouldn't even voice that, because that's one of the reasons why some of these guys run away from the challenges. When you say, well, I don't have to. You see, it's boxing, man. What the hell you in there for? Huh? If you get knocked out by a guy you're supposed to beat, good. Huh? Sit your ass down somewhere, because if you want to run from being competitive in the sport, do you not know that the success of you beating quality people will garner you a bigger purse? Okay? And acclaim, accolades. It all goes hand in hand. You cannot build a legacy off of fighting has-beens, never-weres, and ain'ts. Huh? Come on, man. So when you say a guy don't really have to, it's boxing. Does that mean that the guy out there who wants to prove himself don't get an opportunity because you don't have to really fight him? Well, you should be moved to the side. See, that elevation and franchise shit is built on that notion, that thought process, because when people come out to see a fight, a lot of people that fill the stadium are like people who want to watch a boxing match. A percentage of them, it depends on what fights are the main features, a percentage of them may want to see championship quality matchups between guys who deserve to be competing. But when you see a guy blow a guy out that they brought in from a foreign country or something, and you had no knowledge of the guy, and you say, wow, he makes the guy that the name on the marquee, he makes him look great, right? Because he went out so easy in exciting fashion. But you find out that the guy, if you looked in the world ratings, he was ranked like number 69 or some shit. Huh? No. They do really have to fight each other. Now you got this guy Lomachenko, right? He went and requested franchise status. And now he done caught the backlash because everybody say he a sucker and he running and he a punk and he's like a coward and all of that, which he should be called, all of that plus more, pile it on, okay? Now he wants to try to change the tune. It's too late, dude. We knew that about you anyway. But, again, you robbed Devin Haney of an opportunity to prove exactly how good he is. And now that Devin Haney is a champion, y'all want to throw, and I say y'all, the powers that be that help elevate and move him out of the way to be safe from Haney, they want to throw all these good fighters and tough matches and line them up for Haney now. Huh? You trying to save Lomo's wins because of his skins, huh? But Haney got to take the heavy load. When Evander Holyfield became the heavyweight champion by knocking out Buster Douglas, who had knocked out Mike Tyson for the undisputed heavyweight championship, the first thing people said was, yeah, but that wasn't Tyson. Evander did a good thing. He beat the man who beat the man, okay? But they didn't give him credit. There's, wait till you fight Tyson. Tyson's still going to whoop you or whatever. So Evander fought his heavyweight tenure with a chip on his shoulder. He knew that he would never get and garner respect until he whooped Mike Tyson. And even though it took the fight took place years later than it should have, he went into that fight knowing no matter how down he was, no matter how many fights he had previously lost, he had retired for a stint and come back and everything like that. He said, this is the man that they said I need to beat to be respected as the heavyweight champion of the world. He went in there and whooped Mike Tyson's ass. Huh? Now, funny thing about the correlation between the two, because they are from the same era, and various things outside the ring kept them from competing with one another in a championship fight. So when Tyson came back and had an opportunity, what did Tyson do? He fought a bunch of soft touches and setups and went into a fight against Evander untested in his comeback, really, and got his ass whooped. But he didn't say, I'm going to come back and get mine against Tyson, against Holyfield. He come back and made up in his mind, if the shit get going rough again, I'm going to just get myself disqualified and they won't be able to say he beat me again. No, he beat you, man. He beat you physically and he beat you mentally. And then you took a third beating from everyone else who felt like you let them down in the sport. And Tyson had so many supporters and everything, and he just blew it and threw it all away. You're supposed to take that love of the people, the adulation and the admiration and everything, and stow that to stoke the flames of who you are and put it on the line. If the man beat you at your best, he beat you at your best. You had one of the best coaches and trainers of all time in Customato telling you that. Going back to the chat, Nassim the Dream, he says, it's always scary when Wilder fights because he goes, I read that already. I'm sorry. Nassim the Dream also says, these other heavyweights hide behind this notion about Ortiz is old. We all know what that is about. Yes, sir. We know. We know. Let's see what else we got out here. We got Lala D in the chat. She says, Stormy. What's going on, Lala D? Good morning to you, sister. Act Reacher says, I hit that like button. Yeah, thank you, sir. Lala D, hit that like button too, please. And everybody else is saluting each other. We'll move down a little bit. And Nassim the Dream says, when he defend his title, other guys take a fight off and then he don't do it. I ain't giving nobody a pass. You're missing my point, Stormy B Man. No, Nassim, listen. Like I said, I was not critiquing you or criticizing you in what you were saying. I was saying that when those type of words are spoken, that's what the fighters who are looking to avoid like to listen to and hear. Because when they think that works and benefits them, they take that and they put it on themselves. I don't have to fight the dude. But you do have to fight the dude because the people want quality fights. But I wasn't criticizing you, Nassim. I don't want you to think that, bro. That was not. And I did not miss your point. I totally understand your point. But I just came with something else from a different angle to present it in the conversation about how they manifest a means of avoidance, especially when their thought or the perception is they don't have to do it. They are obligated to perform once those contracts are signed and everything. And they are not obligated to be paid or anything for fighting stiffs and bums and has-beens and never weres and ain'ts, you know? So, yeah. No, Paul is out there. He says, are you talking about GGG whooping Walmart employees? What's going on, Nepal, man? I'm going to, let me see if I can. Let's see. No, Paul, I hit you with that, made you a member of the family here on the Stormy B-Man channel. I appreciate you showing up, bro. Yeah, exactly. Triple G and his Walmart guys, he's a guy, and they used to talk about him being as good as Marvin Hagler. Can you believe that? He can't beat none of the guys that Marvin Hagler beat. What the hell? Ack Reacher says that Lala D, you like one of them girls that type so fast I would have to talk to you on the phone. You like the Flash. I guess y'all messaging each other in the chat. And Lala D says, Stormy B-Man, did you see Haney's response to Loma talking shit? No, I haven't, Lala D. I have not seen any news over the past 24 to 36 hours because I've either been working and I've been on some streams here, but I haven't had a chance to check news sources. And I've been anticipating this fight, so I kind of like didn't want to just burn myself out on anything. So I would like to know what he said, what Haney's response if Loma was talking. I would like to know what he said. The Boxing King is out there. He says, fight day. He says, salute Stormy B-Man. You and KC smoking today on boxing commentary. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I know that KQ was doing something too. I didn't come out here trying to compete with his time or anything like that. I just had a few minutes to, come out and put something out here. And I'm just so excited about fight day. I tell you, man, it's like you build up, and you think about what you're going to do. You're going to get you some food. You're going to do this. You're going to have everything ready, this, and you're just ready, for the fight. Huh? I guess it's similar to like when a lady is like, you done told her you're going to take her out someplace nice and wear something good, and she go to the closet and she looking for her outfits and stuff, the prep, So Stormy has got that feeling about the prep, about the fight, So that's what that's about. So, yeah. So, let me see. It's moving. Chap is moving a little bit. Ack Reacher says, Lala D, I thought all y'all saw it. He's at Wilder's fight. Tank should be there. Earl should be there. I'm going to be on at 2 p.m. today. Yeah. Okay. When you guys be abbreviating words, I'll be having to read it. It make my brain work a little hard. Now, Seeing the Dream says, I reword Wilder for what I reward Wilder for what he does. I'm saying they let these other guys fight whoever and nothing is said. But Wilder is bringing it every fight. And I like the fact that he goes hard every fight. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But as long as we continue to dog and put these other guys down, maybe don't mention their names, because we have a lot of voice and power with our voice in lieu of these guys not meeting quality. And they do be listening. It might be some of them out there listening right now to this or listening to KQ. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I tell you, if you stay on their neck, they have no recourse. You know what I'm saying? Gil Cole says, fire. Legendary Top Cats is out there. He says, top of the morning, OG. Peace, peace. What's going on, Legendary? Good to see you, brother. Joining me again after last night. I appreciate your support, man. Lala D says, Nassim, why you gotta piss Stormy off? She laughing. No, I'm not pissed off, Lala D, but I'm very passionate about, this whole thing about these guys not thinking they have to give you the best efforts of themselves for when they make fights. Because the cheating, with the PEDs and all of that, and trying to do funny stuff with the gloves, and not even against quality opposition. They doing it against guys they're supposed to be beating. Dillian White and Oscar Rivas, right? They doing it against guys they're supposed to be able to beat. I'm sorry, but it's like, to hell with those guys. To hell with all of them, man. So, Nassim says, at Lala D, Stormy B-Man like for me to set it off. He knows I'm not going to give nobody no pass. I mean, Wilder has proved himself to everybody. And that's 100% correct. Wilder has. And I'll tell you something. Some of these guys that say they want to fight Wilder, they don't really want that smoke from Wilder, man. Because Wilder goes in there looking to take your cap off. Okay? And nobody really wants that. But if they're going to do that, they want to get that payday that goes with it. It's not even about somebody trying to be the best. See, we want to see someone go in there against Wilder thinking that they the best. That's what we want to see. And I believe that Luis Ortiz, whether or not he thinks he's the best, I'm uncertain. Because Luis Ortiz speaks Spanish, so I don't understand a lot of what he's saying. However, I know he's a professional and he's a prideful fighter. And he's always taken himself as a fighter of destiny for championship. So if Wilder happens to be the man that he has to go through that, he realizes what it is. That's why you see him coming into this fight in such tremendous shape. They say he hasn't been in this kind of shape since 2015. That's 4 years ago. That's a lot of fights and a lot of training camps to go through where you did not feel that you need to get in a certain type of shape. So that's a shout out to Deontay Wilder and how he represents what he poses as a champion. Luis Ortiz has respect for Wilder. He showed it in that. He ain't getting that kind of shape for Bryant Jennings, huh? He ain't do that, huh? Or that other dude that's the fat guy he fought recently. I don't have his name in the top of my head. Hammer, Christian Hammer or whatever his name is. He just kind of went about his work, But in there with Deontay, he knows what he's in against. And he didn't respect Deontay enough the first time around. Because if he did, he may have fought a different type of way then. But kudos to Luis Ortiz again for making some damn adjustments. What did Stavern do in a rematch against Wilder? Came in heavier, didn't respect Wilder the first time, talked crap to Wilder and about Wilder, and got slept in one round. Because guess what? While he was getting better, meaning Wilder, he got better since the first Stavern fight. He got better. Stavern got fatter. Huh? And that's the end of it right there. You have to raise your game. And Wilder has done that consistently. This is why you got 10 title defenses on the line right now. Huh? And all respect to the heavyweight champion, because he's looking for all the smoke. You think you're the best? Come over here. You think you're the best? Come over here. Bring it. That's what he's about. But these guys, they ain't about that. They ain't about that. Politicking and all of that stuff. Foolishness, man. Huh. Lala D says, as Stormy B-Man, well, Haney responded to Loma saying, Haney isn't a real champ and how he give Haney his belt. And rah, rah, rah. Haney responded, I never asked for the belt. I wanted the fight. You damn right. You damn right. That's what Haney wanted. He wanted the fight. You know what I mean? That's what he wanted, the fight. Lala D says, as Stormy B-Man, and Haney also said, plus, you didn't give me the belt because you never asked to be elevated, right? Haney cooked his ass. You damn right. And he gonna knock his ass out if he ever get in the ring with him. This is just bravado and everything. He don't want that smoke, but I hope he take it. I hope he take it, because that's going to give Haney a chance to damn get that legacy going. He got it. You know what? Lomo, if he's going to continue to fight, he doesn't escape this fight without getting his ass whooped. He don't. He won't escape this fight game without getting his ass whooped. Because even if he continues to fight those soft touches, one of them soft touches gonna get his ass. They gonna get him. You heard it here first. Legendary Topcat says, Lala D, you gonna stop embarrassing me, woman, on that 4-person shit. You know, everybody already know we together. Hey man, you guys over here having a lover's quarrel on my stream, man. What y'all doing out there, man? So, what's that? D-Bid03 says, peace. What's going on? D-Bid, what's going on with you? Glad to see you out there in the chat, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. You'll probably be listening and then forget to hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. So, yeah. So, you know, but I'm going to tell you, the anticipation of a heavyweight championship fight. I remember when, salute Kenneth Johnson, I see you in the building. I remember when Evander was going out to fight Riddick Bowe. And because Riddick Bowe at that time was a young up-and-coming heavyweight challenger and had a lot of positive support behind him and everything, everybody knew that Evander was going to be in for a stiff challenge. And most observers of the fight game were picking Bowe to beat Holyfield based on his size and everything, because Holyfield was 6'2" and 208 pounds, I think he even came in a little lighter against Bowe. I think Holyfield didn't come in at his usual 208. I think he came in at something like 207 or something like that. And Bowe was 6'5" and 230 pounds. Okay. And Bowe was a very good boxer puncher, had a wonderful jab, decent right hand, but he could fight on the inside for a big man like nobody in the game at that time outside of Holyfield. Holyfield was an inside fighter, but he was a small heavyweight in today's pantheon of heavyweights. So they go out there and they put on a wonderful show. I remember Riddick Bowe's ring walk where he played Phil Collins in Genesis' In the Air Tonight, you know. And it was like you got goosebumps as he was walking to the ring, because he had Eddie Futch in his corner. He had been primed with some championship caliber challenges on his way, his last 3 or 4 fights, he had fought some really good people. And that turned out to be one of history's great heavyweight championship matches. A fight broke out in I think it was like the 5th round. Bout was continuously hitting Holyfield below the belt, mixing in other shots and everything. And I guess Evander got mad, and he started trying to knock Bout out right then and there on the spot. And they started firing shots back and forth at each other, and it turned into a brawl. And because Bout was the bigger man and could fight both inside and outside, Holyfield had no alternative. But since he started the brawl, he had to try to finish it. And Bout capitalized in the 10th round with a wonderful uppercut that he hit Holyfield with that separated him from his senses. He had Holyfield reeling from pillar to post, and he finally put Holyfield down with a shot that kind of landed behind the head. Holyfield was like slobbering and everything. It was like, man, it was so dramatic. It was like something out of a Rocky movie, you know what I mean? And Holyfield took the count, got up, and started, trying to wither the storm. And then Holyfield got his senses back, started coming back at Bout before the round was over. And next thing you know, Bout was hurt and reeling a little bit before the bell. And when the bell rang, Bout gave Holyfield a little tap on the stomach like, damn, bro, you bringing it. You know what I'm saying? What an exciting fight, man. And that's what it is about the heavyweights. You know what I mean? Because typically the heavyweights are the guys who could whoop everybody, baddest man in the world kind of thing. And, of course, all the guys in the lower weight classes, they can't mess with the heavyweights. So it's like people want to come out and see these guys. They want to come out and see them put their skills on the line, put their hearts and their courage on the line, and give us what we desire. And that's quality championship fights. Nassim the Dream says they call Wilder out because of the payday and expect to get knocked out, but they don't want to rise through the rankings. And AJ and Dillian White ducked Ortiz. A lot of fighters, Nassim the Dream, ducked Ortiz. Vladimir Klitschko ducked him. Tyson Fury ducked him. Dominique Brazil ducked him. I mean, you could go on and on. What's his name? Prince Charles Martin ducked him. Ortiz has been there, man. You talk about his age, but his tenure in the sport, he's been available for a number of guys who have chosen not to try their stakes with him. That makes a difference, bro. Tremendously. It makes a difference. Christopher Journet has joined us. He says, salute at STORMYBMAN in the chat. What's going on, Christopher? Appreciate you stopping by, man. We're talking about the anticipation of a heavyweight championship bout. How do you feel when the big guys are about to get it on? I love it, man. The anticipation of a heavyweight fight. DBid03 says, heavyweight knockouts, lower weights for skill. Not necessarily, only that. Because heavyweights have to have some skill too. You know what I mean? And when you're a big man getting hit by a big man, you got to have some kind of ability to get out of the way, to protect yourself, to be able to compete. And I remember Lennox Lewis used to say that he is a 5-dimensional fighter. And he's fighting a lot of 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional fighters. And a 5-dimensional fighter defined by Lennox Lewis meant that he had all of the punches necessary in his arsenal to be able to be offensive, defensive, capitalize, control, and finish a bout. And see, with all of that, Lennox understood that, and he understood it because he had a wonderful trainer in Emmanuel Stewart who helped him understand how to stay safe in there, how to compete, how to take the initiative, how to control, and how to finish. I remember Emmanuel talking to Lennox in his fight against Mike Tyson in the corner. And he got on Lennox's case for Lennox languishing outside, just flipping punches at Tyson instead of punching through at Tyson and trying to knock him out and get him out of there. He was saying because Tyson is looking to get lucky. And he said the guy can punch, you're going to mess around and you're going to get caught by some stupid shit. He said, so go out there and stop. Basically, Emmanuel was saying, stop pussyfooting around and go out there and knock this chump out before he get lucky. You see, you have a trainer like that, man. He's gonna, because he knows Lennox. He knows Lennox's temperament and everything, but he also knows the threat that Tyson posed. So he spoke to him in a manner of which it ignited a fire under Lennox. It's about as much as a fire under Lennox could be lit. And Lennox did go out there and knock Tyson out. But Tyson was looking to get lucky. Languishing on the inside or looking to tie him up or something like that, he was going to get caught with something. And Emmanuel knew that. He actually hit Lennox in the chest while he was sitting on the stool talking to him. He's like, you're going to mess around and he's going to catch your ass with something. Get out there and stop fucking around. He said, stick that jab and push that right hand in there and knock this chump out. That's what he told him. And that's what he's supposed to tell him. I like that. I love that. When a trainer ain't afraid to tell his fighter what he need to do. Huh? And you see so many of them today, they don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't give that talk. Okay? You got guys like Scarface, he want to talk cerebral and all that shit. You know, we're firemen and you got to go out there with the hose and make sure the water's a 32 degrees Fahrenheit and fuck all that, man. Give him some real instructions. Go out there and stick that jab, step over to the right and knock that motherfucker out with the right hand and finish him up with the left hook. That's what you do. You know? That's how it's supposed to go down. Just like that. Not over there talking all philosophy like Aesop's fables and shit, saying all of that monkey shit. This ain't time to be opening up a thesaurus and reading and fucking taking hymns and shit. Get out of here with that bullshit. Be a real damn coach. I'm telling you, man. Fuck that, man. Trey X is in the building. He says, salute STORMYBMAN. And chat, what's going on with you, Trey? I hope you're getting yourself ready for tonight, bro. Hope you're getting yourself ready. Everybody else is saluting each other. Yeah, so, you know, I remember Georgie Benton when Evander was fighting George Foreman. He was saying to, Evander, in the corner, he said, look here. He was like, don't let this dude carry you. He's like, don't let this dude carry you into something. He said, keep moving. He was like, you either stay out of range or you punch your way in range and get back out of there. He was telling Evander exactly right. And I remember in the interview before the fight, they was talking to George and they were saying like, they was asking Georgie Benton about, you know, Evander being able to take Big George Foreman's power. And Georgie Benton said, listen, if Foreman hit you, you'll be the deadest SOB in the cemetery. And I'm going to tell you something. Evander fought like it too. There was a point in the first or second, I think it was the second round, maybe the third, where George had hit Evander with a 1-2. I think it was like the same 1-2 that he knocked Michael Moore out with. But because Evander had a very good chin, he took the 1-2 and he took a step back. Then George hit him with a second 1-2. And Holyfield stepped back a little more this time and dropped his hands. And you could hear Lou Duva say, get your damn hands up! And Evander put his hands up. But George Foreman was getting ready to get him, man. You know, that's the exciting thing about boxing. When you can pick up on the real shit that's happening around the fight, not just what's happening in the fight. So I pay attention to all of that, man. I pay attention to all of that. Now, Seeing the Dream says, a lot of guys feel like me. Wilder is the only one I see putting it all on the line when these other heavyweights just slide through the cracks that man feel like family to me, and I feel his pain. Well, you know what? Again, Nassim the Dream, when Wilder being the man that he is, it's easy to get behind someone like that because he's real. He's a real person. He's tangible. He's a reachable person. And that makes a difference, man. It really does. Some guys want to walk around and speak with bravado and try to give you sound bites and things that they think the people want to hear and make them like that. No, it's the way you walk in life, man, where people observe. Deontay goes about his business. He ain't out there trying to discredit other fighters or nothing. He's talking about his family, how he's motivated for that. He talks about what his belief is in himself and that he bets on himself and things like that. And I'll tell you something. That's something that the little guy, the poor guy, the guy who's struggling, that's what they look for. That's what they try to hang their hat on at the end of the day. Yeah, that brother, I support him because I feel like him. I'm walking in that path too. You know, the odds are stacked against me, but as long as I got my right hand, I can punch my way through all of this mess. That's what people do. People want someone they can vibe with. That makes a difference. It makes a hell of a difference in the fight game when a fighter is out there and he's doing things in a manner of which there's respect. Okay? One of the reasons why AJ doesn't have 100% support is because he forgets about that end of it. He walks and talks with an arrogance as if he's smarter or know better than others, and then he relishes the people that's kissing up and sucking up to him just because they're regionally attached to him or they're attached to his how he looks physically and all of that foolishness. But excuse me, but if he shows some integrity, he could garner support from other avenues. But these guys of today don't know shit about integrity because the trainers aren't teaching them about integrity. And you know the trainers aren't teaching them about integrity because these motherfuckers walk around thinking that they great and they ain't did shit. You done knocked out a fucking handful of tomato cans and you want us to tell you that you pound for pound. Get the hell out of here with that, man. You are not, okay? And until you suffer challenges and show that you can persevere and overcome, you will have not graduated to a new level. Remember, in life, there are always new plateaus. If you want to stay stagnant, if you want to stay where you are, there are going to be plenty who pass you by. Look at Daniel Dubois. He's right there nipping at AJ's heels right now. And I think he could take AJ right now. But he got to wait his turn and everything. But he has already caught up to the guy in 2 years. Whereas AJ, and I said this a long time ago, AJ, since he got those titles, did not graduate to another level because he didn't fight the type of opposition and didn't get the type of preparation for better opposition during that tenure before losing to Andy Ruiz Jr. To be perfectly honest, Andy Ruiz Jr. was the type of fighter he was supposed to be fighting before he won the championship. And maybe had he fought a Andy Ruiz Jr. before winning the championship, we would have seen him in a more favorable position. But because he got the belts, didn't get better progressively, he was food for Ruiz. And now he's food for everybody because he's been exposed. His weaknesses have been put on Front Street. Everything he doesn't do well has been magnified and intensified. So it doesn't matter if he beats Ruiz this time around or not. it's other people chomping at the bit to get his ass. And they gonna get him if he hang around in the sport. Trey X says, Marlo has a video with him and Wilder yelling, Bomb Squad. Wilder is the people's champ. 100%, bro. Trey X, that's 100%. And let's see, it says, okay, this is Trey and Lala D having a personal conversation here. All right. Harold Jones is out there. What's good, Harold Jones? He says, afternoon from Atlanta, King. What's going on with you, Harold? Hit that like button, please, while you're out there. This is, this is what it's about, Harold. We out here talking about the anticipation of a heavyweight championship bout. What it means to you when the big guys are going under the lights like we're having this evening. I look forward to seeing Deontay Wilder perform tonight. I always like fighters who can conclude a match, abruptly, like, just like that, turn the lights out. That's one of the most amazing things in boxing. It's like a grand slam in a baseball game. It's like a Hail Mary in football. You know what I mean? It's like a buzzer beater for the end of the game in the NBA Finals or something like that. That's what that's all about, man. And when you have fighters who could do that, and then they also have, they're likable. Deontay is a likable man. See, the other people don't like him because he's a brother, and he's a dark brother, and he can take care of that business. See, that's not what they want to promote out there. That's not like, they don't want to show that strength, huh? They don't want to promote that because that make other people who maybe don't have esteem, okay? Or motivation. See, if they promoted that, that'll make you feel better about yourself, and now you want to be like him. And they can't suppress that shit. So they ain't going to promote that. He's just a windmill throwing guy. He's like, he ain't fighting nobody. They want to continue to detract from what he brings, because what he brings is a strength, and it comes from a special place. It comes from a natural place. Okay, he ain't cheating out here, whatever. He come from good family stock. He come from good family values and beliefs and everything, and convictions. He's a working man. He was working a couple of jobs before he became a boxer. Okay, and he bust his tail. They don't want to promote that. Not from you, because you're supposed to be a lazy ass. You're supposed to be a guy that ain't worth nothing. You're supposed to be a guy that just want to lay in the streets and be negative to the community and all of that stuff and be on the police blotters and shit. That's what they want to promote. That's what they want to promote of you. And Wilder is counter to all of that. And he's the heavyweight champion of the world. And he's whooping people's ass and knocking them the hell out. Okay? They don't want to promote that. They want you to look at Canelo. Huh? They want you to look at Lomo. Huh? What can them two guys do against Deontay? Get killed. Huh? Get killed. I'm telling it to you like it is, man. I'm telling it to you like it is. I hope we have a wonderful fight tonight. I hope Luis Ortiz brings something different. I hope he's able to challenge. But I more than anything else hope that the champ is able to come through this and defend his title for the 10th time and move on to better and bigger things and greener pastures. And I will be tuning in. I'm going to go and see the fight tonight on a movie theater screen again, just like I did a couple months back when Porter and Earl Spence Jr. fought. I saw that at a movie house. It was a wonderful experience. I loved it. Loved it. Seeing it on a big movie theater screen, man. And these going to be the big boys too. Psh, man, I'm telling you. That's exciting, bro. That's exciting. So, That's what I'm looking forward to. I hope that each and every one of you are out there and able to enjoy, you know, what the champ does this evening. And I hope the fight is in favorable of however you're looking for it to turn out. But I will be tuning in, and I hope you guys do too. You know what I mean? So, God be with you all. Thank you for tuning in. This is Stormy B Man. This has been, you know, the anticipation of a heavyweight championship bout. You know, this is what it is, man. And I will be there. Hope you guys tune in. So, shout out to the LDBC, Stormy B Man, and I'm out.